Rob Donovan, one of Coronation Street's most notorious villains, has made a dramatic return to the screen as part of his sister Carla Connor's life-or-death kidney transplant storyline. Serving a life sentence for the 2014 murder of Tina McIntyre, portrayed by Michelle Keegan, Rob's reappearance is stirring up intrigue, drama, and questions about his true intentions. Rob's involvement in Carla's transplant story began when his son, Bobby, visited him in prison, urging him to help his aunt. Touched by the appeal, Rob has offered Carla one of his kidneys, a seemingly selfless act. However, hints of an ulterior motive have already begun to emerge, leaving viewers to wonder what Rob might stand to gain from this unexpected gesture. While his offer has given Carla a glimmer of hope in her desperate fight to secure a life-saving transplant, Rob's complicated past and manipulative tendencies suggest there may be more to his actions than meets the eye. As the storyline progresses, Rob is set to forge a controversial and intimate relationship with prison guard Mandy, played by Shameless star Rebecca Atkinson. Mandy made her debut on the ITV soap earlier this week in a tense scene where she was threatened with a knife by fellow inmate Maddie. According to The Sun, Mandy's connection with Rob will evolve into a clandestine romance, adding a provocative layer to the plot. For Rob, this relationship could be another calculated move to improve his circumstances within the prison system. Mark Bayless, who portrays Rob Donovan, recently reflected on how his character has evolved since his incarceration. Speaking candidly about Rob's years in prison, Bayless acknowledged that the experience has left a profound mark on him. Rob is a very different person after spending 7 years in prison, Bayless explained. Whether his core nature has changed or not, whether he's made changes for the greater good, is yet to be seen. It's not something that he's had an easy journey with, particularly considering what he did to a young woman. The guilt and regret he feels over the way everything played out are immense. We do get to see some of that on screen, as well as Rob's genuine feelings. However, Bayless also teased that Rob's more selfish and scheming side may not be entirely buried. With Rob, there are always motives to make his life better than what it is, and that may well get him into trouble yet again. Rob's return to the storyline is steeped in layers of complexity. His crime, murdering Tina McIntyre, remains one of the soap's most shocking moments. The act not only devastated those closest to Tina, but also left Rob isolated, serving a harsh prison sentence for his actions. Now, as Rob navigates life behind bars, he faces challenges both old and new. His relationship with Carla remains fraught, complicated by guilt, family loyalty, and the precarious balance of trust. Meanwhile, his budding romance with Mandy hints at a dangerous path ahead. For Rob, survival in prison is a delicate game of manipulation and strategy. And it's clear he's willing to take risks to improve his circumstances, even if it means breaking the rules or betraying those closest to him. As Carla's health crisis intensifies, Rob's offer of a kidney could be her lifeline, but at what cost? The emotional weight of the transplant storyline has already brought heightened tension to the Connor family dynamic. Viewers are left questioning Rob's true motivations. Is his gesture a genuine attempt to make amends for his past sins, or is it part of a larger scheme to gain leverage or favor? Carla, facing a race against time to save her life, must decide whether to place her trust in her estranged brother. At the same time, Rob's romance with Mandy introduces a fresh set of complications. Relationships between inmates and prison staff are fraught with ethical and legal issues, and their burgeoning affair could have far-reaching consequences. Bayless's portrayal of Rob highlights the character's internal conflict. Despite the years spent reflecting on his actions, Rob remains a man torn between genuine remorse and a deep-seated desire for self-preservation. His offer to Carla could be seen as a step toward redemption, yet his willingness to manipulate situations for his benefit suggests he may not have fully abandoned his old ways. As Bayless hinted, Rob's motives may well get him into trouble yet again. Rob's return has reignited interest in Coronation Street, offering a rich blend of drama, suspense, and moral complexity. The transplant storyline not only delves into Carla's desperate fight for survival, but also explores Rob's potential for redemption, or lack thereof. Meanwhile, Mandy's introduction adds a fresh twist to the prison subplot, setting the stage for a volatile mix of romance, betrayal, and power dynamics.